Magandang araw mga kapatid at magigayang pagbalik sa episode 2 ng Usapang Totoo para sa Lasalyano. Sasama ulit sa akin ang mga previous guests natin. So to continue our previous discussion, so paano na ang kasalukuyan at ang kinabukasan ng Lasal?
Okay, for the site of the massacre, it's considered sacred because it's marked the place where several Lasallian brothers and civilians lost their lives in the brutal act of violence during the final days of World War II. Like Zia mentioned in episode 1, the incident occurred on February 12, 1945, when Japanese soldiers entered the campus of the La Salle College and committed horrific acts against the brothers, their families, and other refugees who have sought shelter within the college grounds. At that time, you will feel chaos and fear when Manila was under heavily bombardment, and many believe that the college would serve as a sanctuary from the conflict. Tragically, that hope was shattered when the soldiers attacked, and because of the sacrifices and suffering endured by those who perished, the site has become a sacred space. It is a place of remembrance and reflection for the Lasallian community. A reminder of the courage and faith displayed in the face of unimaginable terror. For commemorate of the massacre, the Lasallian community remains deeply connected to every memory of the brothers through annual remembrance events. Every year, on the anniversary of the massacre, the university holds a special mass and a memorial service to honor the victims. These events bring together students, faculty, alumni, and Lasallian brothers from around the world. Students also learn about the massacre as part of the university's history and identity. The story of the brothers is integrated into Lasallian formation programs, reminding students of the importance of faith, resilience, and pursuit of peace. In many ways, the Lasallian brothers' sacrifices continues to inspire the university's mission. Their example challenges us to live life of integrity and faith, to serve others selflessly, and to stand for peace and justice in the face of conflict.
So, on top of that, there's a chapel here in La Salle called the Chapel of the Most Blessed Sacrament. And a memorial plaque also honors the victims of the massacre. And after the massacre, that chapel underwent significant changes to honor the memory of the victims. So the chapel was named the Chapel of the Most Blessed Sacrament to reflect the deep spiritual significance of the event.
Yes, and this renaming was more than just a symbolic gesture. So it was also a way of sanctifying the space where lives were lost and turning it into a place of prayer, peace, and remembrance. So a memorial plaque was also installed within that same chapel. So this plaque lists the name of the brothers and civilians who died in the massacre, ensuring na yung legacy nila is preserved to be remembered for future generations. So in addition, the chapel serves as a reminder of the strength and faith of the Lasallian community, and it stands as a testament to the resilience that emerged from such tragedy. And before I forgot, La Salle actually has an annual commemorative ceremonies held to ensure that their sacrifice is never forgotten.
The massacre of the Lasallian brothers is more than just a tragic event in the history of the La Salle University as of today, but before, the La Salle University symbolized the broader brutality of the war and the devastating toll that it takes on civilians and the religious communities. So, the brothers were not soldiers, they were men of faith and peace dedicated to education and service. Their death highlights how war does not discriminate, and it reaches into places of sanctuary and strikes down those who even seek peace.
The massacre serves as a stark reminder that war's true victims are often the innocent, but the story of the Lasallian brothers also speaks to the strength of the human spirit and the power of faith. Despite the tragedy, the Lasallian community rebuilt itself and continued its mission of education and service. The memory of the brothers inspires Lasallians today to live out the values of faith, service, and communion. The massacre stands as both a painful memory and a source of strength, a call to resist hatred and violence, and to choose peace and faith even in the darkest of times.
So, speaking of spirit and faith, zeal for service, and communion and mission, paano nyo ito mako-connect sa massacre?
So we might be familiar with FSC. So FSC stands for Faith Service Communion, but it also stands for Fratres Scholarum Christianarum, and that FSC acronym is put on at the front of a name of a Lasallian brother, and it also is the core values of LaSalle: faith, service, and communion. So spirit of faith, zeal for service, and communion and mission. So for spirit of faith, we can remember those who died in the massacre by offering our prayers to those who died, and also praying for those who were affected by the massacre, especially the brothers and the families of the victims. So,
Okay, for zeal of service, we as a Lasallians can volunteer in activities that continues to help or support those affected by massacres or those in needs.
For the communion and mission, we can engage in events or activities that bring together the Lasallian community to honor those who lost their lives during the massacre.
Pasalamat sa pakikisama sa akin sa podcast na ito. Talagang na-appreciate namin ang inyong mga reflection at ang mga insight tungkol sa pangyayari na ito. Patuloy natin i-honor ang mga namatay sa massacre sa pagpapalaganap ng mga aral na kanilang nilikha. Dito na po matatapos ang pangalawang episode ng Usapang Totoo para sa Lasalliano. Pasalamat sa panonood at pakikinig.